What is up, homies? Welcome back to another trailer reaction from Heroes Reforged. We are checking out the first official trailer for Tron ARES. We were out over the weekend when this dropped, so we're getting to it now. I'm not apologizing. We took the weekend off. Leave us alone.
That's right,
Thank you
baby.
very much. In anticipation for this movie, we will be revisiting Tron and Tron Legacy. We were just talking about this before. Good luck to 9 Inch Nails. I love Trent Reznor and Atticus Ross. They make incredible music. I was just mentioning to these guys that they did a rendition of John Carpenter's Halloween theme, and it's one of my favorites. And their soundtrack for Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Mutant Mayhem is great. Anything that I've seen them do music in, it's really, really good. But you are going up against Daft Punk.
The robot daddies themselves. Good
That is one of the greatest soundtracks, I think, of all time, for me at least. And when we were working together at Legend 3D, and that movie was like on the verge of coming out, that movie got me through that job, or that soundtrack got me through that job.
The soundtrack,
it was incredible.
Absolutely, that score, that might be my most listened to film score in my life. And it's like, I don't know if it
reconfigured.
It's
also,
like, I don't know if it, dude. Absolutely. And I don't know if it's my favorite film score of all time. I don't think it is, but it's definitely top 10, maybe top 5. But I'm just saying, I would throw that on more than, because a great film score can be something you can put on all the time, but it's also something that's like, you kind of have to be in the mood. You know what I mean? You can't just like do something cash while putting on like the John Williams Star Wars score sometimes, because you're gonna get swept up in it. That like Tron Legacy can literally put on at any time of day
while you're shitting on the toilet. Literally anything.
It'll pump
sleepy,
you up.
when I'm awake, when I'm productive, when I'm lazy, when I'm, anything. It is absolutely a masterpiece and should have won for best film score at the Academy Awards, whatever. And this movie also has Jared Leto. So we're into it. We're Tron fans, but this has a couple of things. It is not our favorites. Guys, should we also, I made you guys watch Jurassic World Camp Cretaceous.
Oh God, here we go.
Should we
animated show.
Should we loop in Tron Uprising? Pretty dang good show, dude.
I've started watching it.
You've never seen it?
Well, I started watching it like a couple years ago, and I had trouble getting into it, but that's only because I kind of put it on as like a background show, and so I didn't really give it the time of day, but I've heard nothing but good things about the show.
Maybe
I don't know. I will say I don't mean to toot my own horn with this Daft Punk stuff, but on Spotify, on my yearly Wrapped, I'm always in the top 0.001% of Daft Punk listeners, you guys.
Holy
I am like
shit.
on the planet.
I mean, that doesn't, I'm actually not that surprised. I'm not surprised. You live and breathe Daft Punk.
In the grid. He lives in the grid. He's there all the time.
In the grid, and I love Daft Punk, and they are very important to me in my life. So Trent Reznor, when I heard Trent Reznor was taking over, I was sadly disappointed because I'm not very familiar with Trent Reznor's work as far as like movie scores and things like that. I don't know, has he done very many things as far as like movie scores goes? I'm not sure.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Social Network.
There you go. So he's clearly seasoned. Clearly, all my attention has been going to Daft Punk. So forgive me. So I'm looking forward to seeing what he can bring to this.
You would actually be really surprised how many movies you have seen that have Trent Reznor and Atticus Ross doing the music.
Well, then
there's a lot. There's a lot. Like Hector mentioned, Social Network, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Mutant Mayhem. There's a lot of stuff.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. Okay, cool.
The Book of Eli. He did the he and Atticus Ross did the Book of Eli. But also, we need to mention this is supposed to technically be. This is 9 Inch Nails doing the music. This is not Trent Reznor, Atticus Ross. This is not this is not film composer Trent Reznor. They're like unretiring 9 Inch Nails.
The band is doing the music.
The band is doing it. Okay.
Awesome. That's great.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm not a huge 9 Inch Nails fan. I'm not a huge 9 Inch Nails fan, so we'll see.
For sure.
Maybe you never had somebody look you in the eyes and say, "I want to f you like an animal." So maybe that's what.
I don't like that song. I don't really like that song.
Well, I want to feel you from the inside. I don't know. It's pretty great.
Oh God.
I know that song. I don't like it. All right, let's go.
All right, here we go. In 3, 2, 1, go.
Oh, motorcyclist. Augustine's in.
I know. This should all be me. Oh my God.
Hell yeah.
Oof.
Oh shit. Okay.
Slice and dice, baby.
Night. Slice and dice.
I'm looking for something.
This was the we'll revisit. But
I do not understand.
This was the pitch for at the end of Tron Legacy, right? The grid comes to our world.
Oh shit!
Oh yeah.
What? Gillian Anderson's in this?
Whoa.
Yes.
Oh wow.
Sick. A Tron boat.
Oh, what? Evan Peters?
I love how it's always at night too. So cool.
It's gotta be at night.
Yes! Jeff Bridges.
You know Jeff Bridges is back. Flynn lives. I hope Garrett Hedlund is in this, dude, because Son of Flynn.
There's no going back.
Whoa. Interesting.
Cool. Yeah, dude.
I'm assuming
clean
this is 9 Inch Nails? Yeah, okay, cool.
Yeah.
October
Yeah,
10th.
of course. Yeah,
Cool.
maybe this world seems a little bit messier, and not like in a bad way, but like the grid and Tron Legacy always seems so like orderly and computer graphics and very kind of in this very graphical kind of like, what am I trying to say? Like graphic as far as like a graph. Like a piece of
a literal graph
straight
paper.
lines, like a piece of graph
It's
paper.
like the grid, basically,
yeah, basically the grid, and then to see these characters not in that like kind of world with straight lines and at least blue and red where everything's red. I'm like, okay, well, this is different. It feels messy in a way that like maybe they're trying to make it messy, that it's a little bit chaotic and things are breaking out of the grid to come into the real world and they're trying to assimilate. But I'm making a lot of assumptions. I liked it. I liked it. I thought it was pretty cool. I like the ideas that they're kind of coming up with. The graphics look great. Do you guys know if those bikes are practical? Because they kind of look practical.
Yeah, it seems like there's
idea.
a lot of like practical elements in this. Which again, like I super appreciate that. I think that's the one thing I really liked about Tron Legacy. While there's obviously a ton of CG in that movie, I think that Joseph Kosinski did a really great job integrating as much practical as he could when it was really appropriate. Because there's so many stunts and there's so many like crazy maneuvers that the bikes do and that all the vehicles do. But when we get into sort of like the world of Tron, it really feels like it's a lived-in world, even though it is inside of like a mainframe, inside of a computer system or whatever. And I really like that. So I really hope that is one of the cues that they took away from that film, and that what we see in this teaser looks really good. Like it looks like it's a lot of practical elements enhanced with CG and stuff. I hope when we get to like the next trailer or eventually into the movie, that it doesn't feel like it's overpowered with nothing but CG elements. Because it's also not Joseph Kosinski. It's a different director. And it's been, by the time this comes out, it'll have been 15 years since Tron Legacy.
No way.
So we're also in a really different world in terms of filmmaking and how we make things. But I do feel like we've kind of come full circle where in the time when Tron Legacy was being made, we were leaning a lot heavily into the CG stuff. And that movie did a nice job of kind of blending everything together. And I feel like we're back to that point where we're now blending things together with practical and CG elements. So my hope is that it feels like it's a real lived-in world. And when the world of Tron comes into our real world, it really feels overwhelming and really big and special. But
Yeah.
we'll
Scary.
see. Yeah.
Dude, and I do hope in terms of just the story. I know when we got the announcement that it was going to be Jared Leto as sort of the lead, and then only recently they announced that like Jeff Bridges is coming back, which is like, okay, his character dies at the end of Legacy, but this is also a world where like he had a duplicate named Clue. It's not out of the ordinary to have Bridges come back, but my hope is that this movie can at least leave the door open or maybe acknowledge some of the story threads from like the first or from Legacy, I guess from the first movie, because the villain in that had a son in Legacy played by Oppenheimer himself, like Cillian Murphy. I hope that and I hope that Olivia Wilde's character is like still, in the world or whatever. So and even picking up a thread from like the animated show, like what if they acknowledge the Elijah Wood character? Anyway, I agree with what you guys are saying 100%. I think that this looks pretty stunning, and it is wild to me. I'm doing the math of like, damn, dude, Legacy came out 2011. I was 24 years old, and now I am much older. And this is crazy. So just at least from a visual standpoint, this looks like what a Tron movie should be doing, which is at the very, because if people are not into the Tron films, I totally get it. I wasn't into the first time I saw it. It really took Legacy and I think the animated show Uprising for like me to get into the world. At the very least, though, these movies have been technologically innovative each time. They are pretty mind-blowing visually when they come out, either 1982, 2011, or now. So that, at least, I'm not worried about. It's like, we got that covered. This is going to blow your mind visually. Yeah. I really hope that the story is cool, compelling, and can, bring back some stuff from the earlier entries, because I like that lore. So yeah, I'd like to see it. Yeah. I'm in, dude. We got till October. I say, let's do Uprising, guys. It's just one season. Let's just watch an animated show. Come on.
Oh my God. We'll see. I don't know. Like I want to be as optimistic as possible, but also, like even talking about the director, it's Joachim Rønning, and I have not loved the movies that he's made. So we'll see. I'm not gonna like go into the movie being like,
should we do all the Pirates films this year just to revisit his Dead Men Tell No Tales?
Absolutely not.
Let's do it.
No.
Immediately no.
No.
We'll
don't
see.
want
to
put myself through that.
Let us know, what did you think about this first look at Tron ARES? Are you looking forward to it? What are your thoughts on Tron and Tron Legacy? Are you fans of those first two films and Tron Uprising as well? Let us know your thoughts. Check out everything else we're watching.
I'm 0 for 2 right now. I went to bat for Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom. Y'all didn't like it. I'm over here being like, man, the pirate sharks in Dead Men Tell No Tales were pretty sweet. You guys are like, Hector, you're stupid now. We're not your friend anymore. I'm 0 for 2. Damn.
Someday, baby, someday. Let us know your thoughts.
Yeah.
We'll see you guys in the next one.
Comments, help me out here.
Heroes Reforged is gonna react. Heroes Reforged is gonna review. Heroes Reforged is gonna discuss. That's why we are watching